it's just pouring out here.
Hi, what can I ask you?
I'll have a medium black.
Anything else?
That'll be it.
You can drive it now.
Thank you so much. Welcome back. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm doing some car camping. What is different is I'm using my wife's car to car camp. It's going to be an overnight adventure. I'm still going to be in the Canadian backcountry. Just because I'm in a car doesn't mean I can't be in the Canadian backcountry. I'm currently in a rest area. I had to pull over. The forecast is there is a risk of a severe thunderstorm later today. We'll see if that transpires. I do want to touch a little bit on another topic. I'll discuss more of that later on. Let's go do this. I'm just pulling off the highway onto a forestry road here, and I thought I'd stop and show something, just to do a mention, something that's very important for anybody that does camping in crown land or public land, and that is the signage, and not to discard any of this kind of signage. Let me take the camera outside. We'll talk more about it. When you're coming off a highway or any roadway and you're getting onto a gravel road, a secondary road, these are forestry roads, and back there are signage alerting you of log haul progress. Never discount that stuff. Be very mindful of that. These roads were built for the logging trucks to haul this material out of here. Those guys, they'll share the road, but only to a certain point. And whenever you're getting into tight turns or whatever, you should hug the edge of the road as much as possible. These guys have radios and you don't. They communicate with themselves, but when you're in here, they don't know you're coming, and they could be pretty hazardous. Trust me, I've seen some bad stuff happening where people have been pushed right off the road. You had to drive right into the ditches or into the bush to avoid an accident with a log truck. I'm on the weekend right now, and log haul is something that doesn't usually occur during the weekend. Let's get back out on that road. We got a campsite to build today. There it is. This is my camp for the night, right off of Forestry Road. Across the road, there's some water. I don't know if the camera will pick that up right now, but there's some water back there. Later, maybe I'll throw a line in. We'll see. Things are clearing up, but I'm not going to discount the storm watch for this afternoon. That could roll in just the same, even though things are clearing up. My ideal spot was a little bit up the road a little ways, just a couple of 100 yards, but when I came in, somebody's camped out in the spot that I was aiming to get. This, unfortunately, is what happens when you're on a forestry road that's easy access. You have to share with other people. So when you're going somewhere, you have to plan for, if you have a designated spot you want to get to, somebody might be already there. Somebody might beat you to the punch. But that's okay. I backed into this spot here. I got plenty of trees. I can string my tarp. That's going to be the first thing to go up so I can get out of these bugs. Black flies, mosquitoes, deer flies, you name it, it's all out here. Did I mention I'm sleeping in here? I don't think I mentioned that to you guys. I'm sleeping in the back of this car. I got my shelter set up. I'm going to bring you in this shelter and I'm going to tell you a story. I just spent probably half an hour watching this poor guy trying to launch his boat. I'll tell you all about it in a minute. Oh my God, it is sweltering hot. But I got a little bit of a solution for that. I got my tarp up. I'm going to take a quick break here. Now, back to my story. As you can see, as I showed you, I'm parked right off a Forestry road. Across the way, there's an embankment, and there is a boat launch. So I'm working on setting up my tarp, and I can hear in the distance a vehicle coming. And it's one of those ATVs, like a side-by-side, but a large one, like a 4-door with a little box on the back. And it pulls up. It clearly a husband and wife, 2 kids, and 2 dogs in the back, and they're towing a boat, a small aluminum boat. And they pull up. She gets out. So he's obviously lining up to back his boat down in the water and launch the boat. So I put away the camera because I was busy. I had to find some sticks to prop up my corners of my shelter, and I'm stringing my guy out lines. I'm tying off the trees, and I said, okay, I'm just gonna not bother with them, let them do their thing. And well, my God, he fiddled around back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I am not kidding you, for at least half an hour, if not more. And I'm gonna say anywhere between 20 to 30 attempts he made to back the trailer down to the boat launch and launch the boat. Over 20, easily over 20 attempts. And after about 15 attempts, I thought to myself, geez, maybe I should go over there and offer some help. I know how to back up trailers. I can back up anything miles. I don't care what it is. I'll back it up, and I'll back it up around the world. I can do it. But then it's like, you know, I won't interfere. Probably he's gonna say no. He's probably getting upset, frustrated, and probably would not want me to make him look bad in front of his wife and kids. So I said, you know, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna go bother the guy, to let him figure it out. Well, probably about 15 more attempts later, suddenly I hear, I'm not paying attention anymore because it's just getting redundant. I hear the ATV throttle up and take off kind of thing, and I look up, and sure enough, he got to the point where he never did launch his boat. He literally gave up. She jumped back into the ATV, and they took off back down the road, and they're gone back to their camp, wherever that is, wherever they're camped out. And I thought, wow, that just ruined the day right there. Planning to go out fishing, take the kids out fishing for the day, and no, he just could not figure it out. He simply could not figure out how to back this boat into the water. Oh well, some people just can't do it, I guess. It's just Gonna warm up my lunch, my burrito, but I got my bed set up, got my mattress, my sleeping bag, that sleep pad. Oh, it is full of mosquitoes here. Poor girl. Lexi's laying on the ground here. She's swarmed with mosquitoes. I'm in the tent, but I've been moving in and out of the tent so much, mosquitoes have followed us in here. I got a fan set up. It's nice because it's sweltering hot, so humid, and I'm tucked into the forest like this. I'm completely sheltered by any wind or breeze. So yeah, it's feeling good to have a fan on me. But later on, maybe we'll go for a little bit of casting offshore. And my car is set up where I got both back windows are rolled down, and I got those bug screens that slip over top. That way I can have some cross flow, because it's going to be hot in there. Both me and Lexi inside that car is going to be brutal. But with a fan, I'm going to have my fan in there. I'm going to have it hanging in front of the window. That will suck air in and blow air out, and so I can have a continuous cross breeze into the car. For now, I'm starting to get hungry. Yeah, wild blueberries. A good little haul. My wife is going to thoroughly enjoy that. However, these blueberries are covered in dust, because where I picked them is just like across the road from where I am now, close to a set of falls. And unfortunately, because of the traffic that goes down the road, dust picks up. Even all the forest, all the trees around me, if I go knock on them, the dust falls off. Today it's not bad, it's not super windy, and there's not a lot of traffic. So now that the rains have come, there's just a little bit of pitty patter on the tarp. Maybe the camera will pick it up. I'll take this time, this opportunity to tell you, to discuss with you what I said earlier about I had multiple agendas coming out here on this adventure. One is some gear review videos that I'm putting together for later on. You'll see some gear review videos. The other is this behind me right here. This is my wife's Kia Sorento. It's a very typical vehicle, and I'm out here camping in the outdoors, and this is not front country, this is not parkland. I am truly in the back country with a Kia Sorento. But the point of this is to demonstrate that you don't need fancy equipment, you don't need a jacked up four-wheel drive in order to get out there in the outdoors. And the whole point of that is I have received some comments and I've received some messages from some of you, my viewers and subscribers, and the messages are in the line of I inspire you to get out there. Some of you are being inspired by my content, by my activities, to get out in the outdoors. And in some cases, get back into the outdoors. And I just want to say thank you to you, because you're humbling me when you say stuff like that. And when you give me comments like that, you truly are humbling me. Because I never ever once thought by putting videos on YouTube, when I first started with simply videoing myself with an iPhone 10, never I would have thought that I would be an inspiration to anybody. So everyone, thank you for hanging out with me, and you are an inspiration for me to continue making outdoor content, and you inspire me to keep coming out here and share my activities with you, because I know some of you like to watch because you can't get out there anymore, and I bring back memories of when you used to do your outdoor activities. So thank you so much, and let's enjoy the day. Let's enjoy the little bit of rain, and perhaps we'll be able to go fishing later. Well, the rains have officially begun, but now I repitched my tarp. The two opposite corners, I pitched them down lower, so now the water sheds towards the corner and runs off. Right in the center here, there was some water was starting to gather because it was too straight, right? So with the corner down, now it'll shed, and I'm nice and dry. So this is great. The rains are here. It's nice to be out in the rain. Things have cooled down dramatically. It was so humid, it's so hot, but now with this rain, that's awesome. It's just nice, and actually it's nice enough. I think I'm going to indulge in a coffee. Why don't you join me for a nice coffee? That is a good coffee. It is absolutely pouring. It's just pouring out here. But I'm dry. It's actually getting pretty cool too. The temperatures have really cooled down. I have a jacket in the back of the car. I want to go get it. The temperatures have dropped 5-6 degrees. You know what? It's awesome doing stuff like this. When you're prepared for it, awesome. All right, the rains have subsided somewhat. It's still speckling, but not pouring anymore. But now it's time to start on supper. Got some thick sliced bacon. Some of this will be for breakfast tomorrow. I'm gonna chop up a little bit of that. And also have an onion. I'm gonna dice up some onion. Also have some chives, fresh chives from the garden. Let's start by cubing up some of this bacon. All right, gonna cook that down, let some grease build up in there before I throw in my onions and my pierogies. Coming down again. Look at it out there.
usually hear myself talk.
There's too much in here for me, but you can't just open a bag and leave half a dozen in there. You might as well just cook it all, right? So whatever I don't eat here tonight, I'll pack it out, take it home, or leave it out for the critters. That's always works too. All right. Let's get a bite here. I'm salivating. Got some bacon, chives. You want that? I don't hear any complaints coming from her. Ah, that was amazing. Just got a great big clap of thunder overhead. I don't know if it's going to be the last hoorah, if you will. Lexi, there's nothing here. Hey, there's nothing here. There's no crumbs. Get over here. Come on, back up. Back it up. Back it up. I'll give you another one. Lexi seems to be enjoying the pierogies. Here's another one. Lexi's an old girl. I don't mind spoiling her. She gets spoiled a lot, actually. My second and last beer. Oh, the mosquitoes are coming out. And I have never ever done good fishing after a thunderstorm. I've done good fishing in the rain. I've done good fishing after a rainstorm, no problem. But you add thunder to the mix, I've never ever done good fishing after a thunderstorm. And just as I was heading out, I was putting together my rod. A car pulled up, pulled on the side of the road. A young couple came out and they walked down to the rocks and they went right to the spot where I was gonna go. So I ended up going down the river another little ways. On the other side of a bridge, there's a Bailey Bridge. I went to the other side of the bridge and there's a trail down there, goes down to the water's edge. Fished there to no avail. And then just I was pulling the pin, I was coming out, that couple was leaving as well, so I decided to go over to the spot that I was wanting to be at, which is where they were, and throw a couple of casts out, see what happens, and nothing. Lexi's gone out for a pee. It's time for me to get up. It's 8 o'clock. Slept amazingly good. Man, I slept good last night. But now I gotta get moving and get some coffee. I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning. Lexi had to go out for a pee, so I let her out. And then she came back in. I had to coax her to jump back in. She's not used to jumping that high with the seats down in the back of the car, like sleeping the way I did. She's used to jumping in the back seat, but she's not used to jumping an extra height because the backrests are down. So I had to coax her and coax her and coax her, and by the time she jumped up, she had let in a bunch of mosquitoes came in. Man, the mosquitoes were fierce last night. Oh, absolutely brutal. They were bad enough. I had my flex tail, my Tiny Repel flex tail, my mosquito repellent. Looks like this. I turned that guy on. I turned it on blast, full on, full power, and I just let it run. Man, they were bad. They were bad this morning. I'm wearing this jacket, not because it's cold, but because it's full of mosquitoes. I had a chat with Lexi, and Lexi said, it's time to do breakfast. It's time to have breakfast. Ah, so good. Breakfast is made. I'm going to enjoy my breakfast. Lexi's going to have her share of that, of course. And everyone, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this little adventure. I'll catch you on the next one.